Hello, welcome to your weekly Pick Your Crystal reading here at Soulprint. Thank you so very, very much for being here. Just a quick note, if you are interested in getting a private reading, if you go into the information box below, you'll see an email address, soulprint888@gmail.com. Just send me off a little email saying you're wanting reading information and I will respond. Alrighty. So we had sort of gentle colored stones here today. We're going with this one is green, really pretty minty color, and amethyst. So we're calling it purple. And this is Larimar. Hold on here, Larimar. And we're calling this one blue. So just take a moment. You may be attracted to one, two, or sometimes even all three of the crystals. Take a moment, see which one is resonating with you or calling out to you. And let's get started. So, starting with the green one. Starting with the Nine of Swords, the Star, the Seven of Wands, the Nine of Cups. So, really, really interesting cards because you have two really amazing cards in terms of good fortune, good wishes, dreams. And then you have two cards that are really sort of indicating stress and anxiety and worry. So let's get started and see what the story is here. So the Nine of Cups, the Nine of Swords, really is about anxiety. It's about despair. It's feeling like you're trapped, stuck. You can't figure out how to, sort out a problem, or there's something that's really worrying you and making you anxious and feel very stressed. The Seven of Wands, I'm jumping here for a second. The Seven of Wands is about having to defend your position, having to stand up for yourself, having to, I mean, in some ways justify, but mostly it's about being your own best advocate. So, this is talking about a situation that is going on or that you're in, and it's causing you, frankly, a great deal of stress and worry and anxiety. It feels because of the cups over here, it feels like it very well could be sort of something in a personal arena, but not necessarily. So whatever this anxiety is. Now, the star is reminding you that it is your very thoughts and worries that create more of the same. And the star is sort of letting you know that if you have a dream, if there's something you're wanting to accomplish, it's important that you focus on that, on the blessings, on the positive, because that is what is used to draw that kind of energy towards you. Whatever this is that you're feeling you're needing to defend yourself against, it may very well be that it's time for you to finally speak out, stand your ground. And when you do that, you activate the Nine of Cups energy, which is, amazing, amazing blessings. I always read the Nine of Cups as a really, really lovely sort of wish card. It's about emotional fulfillment, material fulfillment sometimes. It's about um, it's about recognizing and understanding that if you dream small, you get small dreams. If you dream big, you're not going to get everything you dream of, but you're going to get more than if you hadn't dreamt at all. So I don't know exactly what this is. Each of you who chose this crystal will know how it applies in your life. But whatever this is, it feels as if there's something, again, very stressful, and it's time. It's time for you to stand up for yourself, defend your position, and know that that can help you manifest, create the energy to bring forward that which you want. That's which, which you dream of. Maybe you're just looking for some peace. Maybe you've had a very stressful, anxiety-producing period of time, and you're just looking for things to slow down and wound down. And you may have to say, "No, no, I'm not doing that this week, or I'm not doing that next week. I'm going to take care of myself first." And then that brings you, the clarity and the emotional peace that you're looking for. But whatever it is, however it plays out, understand that what the cards are saying is, listen, you have the ability with this star card and with the Nine of Cups to create the kind of energy that will bring forward the realization of the dream or the wish. Okay, and Amethyst. Okay, Knight of Pentacles, Five of Cups, Seven of Swords, the Moon. Okay. So the Knight of Pentacles talks about um, sort of positive outcomes. Pentacles have to do with that which is physical, tangible, right? The earth, your own physical being, work, your body, health, money, that kind of energy. And the Knight is sort of letting you know that there can be a lot of forward movement. But what's really, really interesting to me is you have the Knight of Pentacles on this side and the Moon on this side. And if you can see, both of the figures, right, are facing away from the two cards in the center. And the two cards in the center have to do with, you know, feeling disappointment or let down or betrayed, focusing on what you have lost as opposed to what still remains for you, the two standing cups, what still you can accomplish, what you haven't lost everything, but you're in a space where there really is a feeling of just disappointment, things not going well, things, it's almost like a feeling of being defeated. Now, the Seven of Swords is about, very often people will see this kind of as a fighting card, but it often will represent just diplomacy as opposed to aggression. It can be about situation that isn't kind of going the way you expected. It's not unfolding the way you thought it would or hoped it would. And that's why you've got this energy in the center here. It's things are not going the way you want. You had them figured out this way. It didn't happen that way. You're not sure what to do about it. And interestingly, what these two cards are saying, the Knight of Pentacles is saying, acknowledge that this has been a hard journey, but that when you don't focus, when you don't look at these and make that your entire focus, you're able to finally move forward and get the energy going that moves you forward. The Moon is letting you know that there are still some things that are not clear yet. They're still shrouded or they're hidden, but it also brings you emotional, like clarity. It brings your emotions, I almost want to say, to the surface, so that there is a feeling that you have a path forward, a way forward. You have something to focus on that is not what has been lost. It is more about how you are moving away from those current energies into stronger, more powerful energies. Let's not forget, the Moon is a really, really powerful energy, and it can draw from you, I almost want to say, like hidden reserves, right? A strength you didn't actually know or believe you had. But if you take nothing away from this, take this. The two cards that are bracketing the current situation are looking away. And so you're being asked to shift your focus so that your focus is not about what has been lost or how hard it is or how it's not turning out the way you wanted, and shift your focus into creating a optimistic outlook going forward and not looking backward. Don't keep looking, over your shoulder and and sort of expecting that whatever's behind you to change somehow, because it never does. And there's a reason why um, we were designed to look forward and not backwards. Okay. And let's take a look at the Larimar. Eight of Swords, the Tower, Knight of Cups, Ace of Cups. All of the crystals this week have really been about almost like um, rising above difficulties and finding a way forward that brings you sort of happiness and contentment. Very interesting. Okay, so you're starting off with the Eight of Swords. So the Eight of Swords is that energy of feeling trapped. But very often with the Eight of Swords, what it's telling you is that part of the reason that you're feeling restricted or you have fear or you pulled back is because in some instances you're not seeing clearly. You have kind of created an energy of being stuck, of not being able to move forward, can't see how you're going to move forward successfully. The Tower following this is an indicator that whatever the situation is, it was not built on firm, solid ground. The Tower comes along in our life when it's time for a change, and maybe you can't see clearly exactly what this change is just now. But recognize that when things leave, right? When things pull apart on us, it's not because we have somehow failed. It is because there is something new, better, stronger coming along. And our focus needs to be on, sort of moving away from the Tower, acknowledging the gift it brought you, acknowledging what it brings for you, and moving forward. And when you do that, you're moving forward to the Knight of Cups. So the Knight of Cups is about love, it's proposals, romantic ideals. Sometimes it's about being a little bit too idealistic. On the one hand, you're blind and not seeing forward in the first card, and by the third card, you may have rose-colored glasses on. But it is a very lovely card pertaining to the emotions, right? Cups are about your emotions, it's about relationships, it's about your own intuition. And the ace is letting you know that the best is yet to come, but you have to move past the space that you're in right now, which in many ways, I'm not unsympathetic, but in many ways you have sort of helped amplify or create because of your almost like inability to not let the Tower happen. And sometimes we have to see clearly, and the Tower has to happen because there's things in our life that don't serve anymore. And, when something's time is done, the best way to deal with that is to gently wish it safe and say goodbye. Now, the Ace of Cups. This is about, again, love, emotions, relationships, creativity, emotional happiness, fulfillment, feeling like you are really happy and pleased and comfortable with the space that you are in or that you are moving towards. So the last two cards really are offering you a promise of a much happier, loving, energy around you, whether that has to do with a love relationship or a relationship, or whether it has to do with, you know, just your own overall view or another kind of relationship. But there's definitely an energy of a more powerful, positive energy coming your way, emotional energy and healing. But you have to deal with the Tower and the Eight of Swords first. And I want you to remember when something's time is done, it's done. And the Tower represents, by and large, something that was built on an unstable foundation. So maybe there were things you weren't seeing clearly. And now, because you weren't seeing them clearly, the only way to get you to take off your blinders is to create that Tower moment so that it forces you to look kind of more objectively at what you want and what you desire. And that's about happiness and love and fulfillment and contentment. Alrighty, there you have it. Thank you very much for being here. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful week. Um, you know, stay in the sunshine. Stay in the sunshine this week. Always look for the bright spot. Bye for now.